we have arrived at Good Friday, the day in our year when we pay specific attention to the passion, suffering, and death of Jesus Christ. This is also the day that marks the end of the season we know as Lent. During Lent at Memorial, we have been spending time with images each week as we have journeyed towards this moment. In the first week of Lent, we spent time thinking about the temptation of Jesus. We were challenged to remember who we are and whose we are. And then we listened in on a conversation between Jesus and a man called Nicodemus, in which we were reminded that God so loved the world that he gave us his only Son. In the third week of Lent, we heard about another conversation that Jesus had, this time with a Samaritan woman, in which he told her that he was the source of living water. In fact, that he was the deepest well of living water. On the fourth Sunday of Lent, we spent some time in some very well-known words in which we remembered that the Lord is our shepherd, that he cares for us, protects us, provides for us, upholds us and sustains us through all things. The fifth Sunday of Lent brings us into contact with a Jesus who weeps for the loss of his friends, and yet who also has power over death and raised his friend Lazarus. On the final Sunday of Lent, we remember Jesus' triumphal entry into the city of Jerusalem, where the very same people who gave him a royal welcome that day would just a couple of days later be the ones who cried, "Crucify him." Those same people that Jesus saw that day, he would see them again on Good Friday, but he would see them from a very different position. And so today, on this Good Friday, we stop for a moment. We consider the journey that we have made through this season of Lent, the journey that Jesus took towards Jerusalem on our behalf. We take a moment to stop and to listen again to the story of his passion, of his suffering, and of his death. And we take a moment to remember that all of this was done for us and for all the world, out of the very depths of God's great love for all human beings.